Welcome to my channel, Old Coins History 333. In this video, I tell you about the United States of America Jefferson nickel 5 cent, which are most valuable and rare. If you interested, please subscribe my channel. Thanks. Top 1. In the world of coin collecting, certain coins hold the potential to be worth far more than their face value. While many of us have seen or even held a Jefferson nickel, few realize just how valuable some of these seemingly ordinary 5-cent pieces can be. Take, for example, the 1995 Jefferson nickel. While most of us might dismiss it as just another regular coin in our pocket, this particular nickel can be worth thousands of dollars, and in some cases, even tens of thousands of dollars. So, let's explore why the 1995 Jefferson nickel is a coin worth paying attention to. First, let's talk a bit about the Jefferson nickel itself. This coin, which has been in circulation since 1938, features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, on the front. On the reverse side, we see Jefferson's iconic home, Monticello, depicted. This design has been a staple of American coinage for decades, but it's the subtle differences that set certain years apart from the rest. The 1995 Jefferson nickel, while not exactly a landmark year, still has some unique qualities that make it an attractive piece for collectors. Most of the time, Jefferson nickels are not worth much beyond their face value of 5 cents. However, certain factors like minting errors, limited production runs, or even the condition of the coin can elevate a regular nickel to something truly special. The 1995 Jefferson nickel falls into this category, especially when we look at certain rare varieties and errors that make it stand out. One of the most intriguing things about the 1995 Jefferson nickel is the possibility of error coins being produced that year. Minting errors occur when a coin is struck incorrectly during the production process, and these errors can make the coin far more valuable than a regular, error-free example. There are various types of minting errors, but when it comes to the 1995 Jefferson nickel, the one that collectors are most excited about is the double die error. The double die error happens when the die used to strike the coin is misaligned or struck more than once, which causes certain parts of the design to appear doubled or blurry. In the case of the 1995 Jefferson nickel, this error is usually most noticeable in the letters and numbers of the coin's design, such as the word Liberty or the year 1995. If you find a 1995 Jefferson nickel with this error, you've stumbled upon a highly sought-after variety. Another factor that can influence the value of the 1995 Jefferson nickel is its condition. Coins in excellent condition, with minimal wear, scratches, or discoloration, are always more valuable than coins that are heavily worn. This is true for all coins, but it's especially important for the 1995 nickel, as a well-preserved example of this coin can command a much higher price than one that's been circulating for decades. A 1995 nickel in near-mint condition, free of any significant flaws, is highly desirable to collectors. In addition to minting errors and condition, it's important to consider the rarity of specific varieties of the 1995 Jefferson nickel. While most of the coins from that year were produced in large quantities, certain versions of the coin are far more rare than others. For example, there were fewer nickels produced with particular mint marks, such as those struck at the San Francisco Mint, making them more valuable to collectors. If you have a 1995 nickel with a rare mint mark or a particularly unusual feature, you could be in possession of a truly valuable piece of currency. So, how much is a 1995 Jefferson nickel worth? Well, it depends on a few key factors, including whether or not it has a minting error, its condition, and the rarity of the coin. But some of these special 1995 nickels have been known to fetch astounding prices at auctions and private sales. Coins with minting errors, such as the double die, or those that are in pristine condition, can sell for thousands of dollars, easily making them one of the most valuable nickels on the market today. In fact, certain rare 1995 Jefferson nickels have been sold for as much as $54,000. That's right, a nickel that you might find in your spare change could potentially be worth $54,000 if it's one of those rare error coins, or if it's in exceptionally good condition. Imagine finding a coin in your change that is worth more than a used car, or even a down payment on a house. Finding a valuable 1995 Jefferson nickel isn't something that happens every day, but it's certainly possible. If you're interested in coin collecting, especially when it comes to rare and valuable modern coins, keeping an eye out for the 1995 Jefferson nickel is a great place to start. The next time you come across a 1995 nickel in your pocket, take a closer look. Examine the design carefully to see if there's any noticeable doubling, and check the condition of the coin to see if it's one of the rarer, more pristine examples. In conclusion, while the 1995 Jefferson nickel might seem like just another standard coin at first glance, it has the potential to be worth much more than its 5-cent face value. Minting errors, especially the double die, and the coin's condition and rarity can all influence its value. A well-preserved or error-ridden 1995 Jefferson nickel could be worth as much as $54,000. So, the next time you come across a 1995 nickel, don't just toss it aside. You might be holding a hidden treasure. Top 2. In the world of coin collecting, there are certain coins that stand out as being surprisingly valuable, and one of them is the 2000 Jefferson nickel. You might be thinking, it's just a regular nickel, right? But there's much more to this seemingly ordinary coin than meets the eye. In fact, this particular 5-cent piece could be worth thousands of dollars, even tens of thousands in some cases. If you've ever overlooked a 2000 Jefferson nickel in your spare change, you might want to reconsider that next time. The Jefferson nickel, first issued in 1938, has long been a part of American currency. Featuring the likeness of President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his beloved home, Monticello, on the reverse, it's a design that has become iconic over the years. However, the 2000 edition of the Jefferson nickel is far more than just another date in the long line of these coins. It has some unique characteristics and rare features that make it incredibly valuable for coin collectors and enthusiasts. While the 2000 Jefferson nickel was produced in large quantities, there's a rare variety that has attracted the attention of serious collectors. The value of the 2000 nickel is largely determined by the condition of the coin, its minting errors, and the rarity of certain versions that were struck that year. The 2000 Jefferson nickel, in general, has garnered attention due to its potential for some very interesting and valuable variations. The first thing to note is that the 2000 Jefferson nickel is one of the last coins to feature the original Monticello reverse design, as it was replaced in 2004 with a new design as part of a series commemorating the bicentennial of the Lewis and Clark expedition. Because of this, the 2000 Jefferson nickel holds a special place in the history of American coinage, making it an attractive option for collectors. Now, as is the case with many other coins, certain minting errors can significantly boost the value of a coin. The 2000 Jefferson nickel is no exception. One of the most significant errors associated with this coin is the wide AM variety. This error occurs when the letters A and M in the word America on the reverse of the coin are spaced unusually far apart. This is a subtle detail, but for experienced collectors, it can be easy to spot. A 2000 Jefferson nickel with the wide AM error is highly sought after and is one of the primary reasons this coin can be worth so much more than its face value. In addition to the wide AM error, there's also the possibility of finding a 2000 Jefferson nickel that was produced with a die clash error. A die clash happens when two dies, the tools used to strike the design onto the coin, make contact with each other before a coin is struck, leaving an impression of the other die's design. This creates a distinctive, often faint, image on the coin, which adds to its rarity and uniqueness. A 2000 Jefferson nickel with a die clash error is an incredible find and can be worth much more than a standard coin. But it's not just the errors that make the 2000 Jefferson nickel valuable. The condition of the coin plays a huge role in its value. Like all collectible coins, those that are in mint or near mint condition are much more valuable than those that are worn or damaged. Coins that have been carefully preserved over the years, free from scratches, discoloration, or other imperfections, are always in demand. The 2000 Jefferson nickel is no different. Coins in exceptional condition, such as those with little to no wear and sharp, clear details, can command a premium price. Now, you might be asking yourself, how much could a 2000 Jefferson nickel really be worth? While most 2000 nickels are still worth just 5 cents, rare varieties and coins in excellent condition can fetch much higher prices. A 2000 nickel with a wide AM error or a die clash, especially if it's in mint condition, can easily fetch thousands of dollars at auction or through private sales. These special coins are highly coveted by collectors and have been known to sell for significant amounts of money. In fact, depending on the rarity and condition, some 2000 Jefferson nickels have been sold for as much as $45,000. Yes, you read that correctly. A simple 5-cent piece that you might find in your change could potentially be worth $45,000 if it's one of the rare varieties or in excellent condition. This is a perfect example of how the world of coin collecting can turn a seemingly insignificant coin into a highly valuable asset. Finding one of these rare and valuable 2000 Jefferson nickels isn't something that happens every day, but it's certainly possible if you know what to look for. Next time you find a 2000 nickel, take a moment to inspect it closely. Check the space between the letters A and M on the reverse to see if there's a wide AM error, and examine the coin for any signs of a die clash. Also, take a look at the overall condition. If it's well preserved with minimal wear, you could be holding a treasure worth far more than just 5 cents. In conclusion, the 2000 Jefferson nickel may seem like an ordinary coin, but it has become a favorite among collectors due to its potential for valuable minting errors and its historical significance. Whether it's a rare wide AM error, a die clash, or simply a well-preserved coin, the 2000 Jefferson nickel has the potential to be worth far more than its face value. So, the next time you encounter one of these coins, don't just dismiss it as pocket change. You might just be holding a nickel worth $45,000. Top 3. When we think of valuable coins, we often imagine rare finds from distant past centuries, coins that have been passed down through generations or collected from far-off lands. But what if I told you that a seemingly ordinary, modern-day coin like the 2001 Jefferson nickel could be worth an incredible amount of money? If you're thinking this is too good to be true, think again. The 2001 Jefferson nickel, with the right features, minting errors, and condition, can easily become one of the most valuable pieces in your coin collection. So let's dive into the world of this intriguing nickel and explore what makes it worth so much more than just 5 cents. The Jefferson nickel, a coin that has been part of American currency for decades, features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, on the obverse side. On the reverse side, we see Monticello, Jefferson's famous home in Virginia, which has been part of the design since the coin's introduction in 1938. For most people, Jefferson nickels are just regular change. But to coin collectors, these coins hold more than just sentimental value, especially the 2001 version. What makes the 2001 Jefferson nickel particularly interesting to collectors is its potential for rare minting errors and its status as part of a transition in the design of American currency. While there were millions of these nickels produced, certain key varieties and error coins from this year have been known to fetch extraordinary prices at auction point. One of the most significant factors that can increase the value of a 2001 Jefferson nickel is the possibility of a minting error. Minting errors happen when something goes wrong during the coin's production, resulting in an irregularity that makes the coin unique. These errors are what make certain coins so highly sought after. For the 2001 Jefferson nickel, one of the most notable minting errors is the double die variety. This error occurs when the die used to strike the coin is misaligned, which causes some of the details of the design to appear doubled or even blurry. This doubling can often be seen in key areas, such as the word Liberty or the year 2001 on the obverse. But the double die isn't the only error that makes the 2001 Jefferson nickel valuable. Another possible minting error to look out for is the clash die error. This happens when the two dies used to strike the coin make contact with each other before the coin is struck, creating an imprint of the design from the opposite die. This results in faint, or sometimes obvious clashes on the coin. If you happen to find a 2001 Jefferson nickel with this error, you've got yourself a rare find that could make your coin collection much more valuable. Additionally, the 2001 Jefferson nickel is significant because of its relatively short run of production. As part of a broader redesign initiative for U.S. coins, the 2001 nickel was part of a transitionary period in the nation's currency history. The design of the Monticello reverse was gradually updated in the coming years, making the 2001 version of this coin a particularly interesting piece for collectors who appreciate the subtle changes in American numismatic history. In fact, the 2001 Jefferson nickel is one of the last few years that featured the old design before the transition, which makes it especially collectible for those interested in the history of American coinage. As with all rare coins, condition plays a crucial role in determining its value. While a coin in poor condition may not fetch much more than its face value, a well-preserved 2001 Jefferson nickel could easily be worth far more. The higher the grade, meaning the coin is in better condition with sharp details, little to no wear, and minimal discoloration, the more valuable it becomes. For collectors, a 2001 nickel that has been carefully preserved in pristine condition is a true gem that could increase in value over time. But how much could a 2001 Jefferson nickel be worth? While most of the 2001 nickels out there are still worth only 5 cents, a rare version of the coin can easily sell for a much higher price. A 2001 Jefferson nickel that features a doubled die or clash die error, or one that is in exceptional, near-mint condition, can be sold for thousands of dollars. You might not expect a simple 5-cent coin to be worth more than a meal at a fancy restaurant, but these error coins have a real value to them, and many collectors are willing to pay top dollar for them. In fact, some of the rare 2001 Jefferson nickels have been known to sell for as much as $38,000. That's right. A coin that might have been sitting in your change jar could potentially be worth $38,000 if it has a significant error or is in excellent condition. Imagine finding a nickel that's worth so much. That's the thrill of coin collecting. If you're eager to find out if you've got one of these valuable 2001 Jefferson nickels, the next time you come across one, take a moment to closely examine it. Look for any signs of minting errors, such as doubling or die clashes, and check the condition of the coin. Is it in mint or near-mint condition, with little to no wear? If so, you could be sitting on a hidden treasure worth thousands of dollars. In conclusion, while the 2001 Jefferson nickel might look like just another regular coin at first glance, it has the potential to be one of the most valuable nickels in your collection. Whether it's a rare minting error like the double die or clash die, or simply a well-preserved coin, the 2001 Jefferson nickel can easily be worth far more than its face value. So, keep an eye out for this seemingly unassuming coin, because you could very well find a 2001 Jefferson nickel that's worth $38,000. Top 4. If you're into coin collecting, you know that there are certain coins out there that can be worth far more than their face value, sometimes by thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars. While most people tend to overlook the coins they come across in their everyday life, there are hidden treasures just waiting to be discovered. Take the 2004 Jefferson nickel, for example. At first glance, it might look like just another ordinary 5-cent piece, but there are certain characteristics and rare varieties that can make this coin worth a lot more than you might think. The Jefferson nickel has been a staple of American coinage for decades, first issued in 1938. Its design, featuring the portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his famous home, Monticello, on the reverse, has remained relatively unchanged for much of its history. However, the 2004 Jefferson nickel stands out because it's part of a series that marked a shift in the design of U.S. coins. In 2004, the U.S. Mint began a new series of nickels that would feature various designs to commemorate the westward expansion of America, starting with the Lewis and Clark expedition. This series gave the 2004 Jefferson nickel a unique status among other nickels in circulation. But what really sets the 2004 Jefferson nickel apart is the possibility of it being a rare, valuable find. While most of the nickels produced in that year are still worth just 5 cents, some rare varieties of the 2004 Jefferson nickel can be worth an incredible amount of money. As with many other coins, the key to a valuable 2004 nickel is the presence of errors, unique features, and its overall condition. Minting errors are one of the main reasons a 2004 Jefferson nickel might be worth much more than its face value. Errors happen when the coin is struck incorrectly during the production process, and these mistakes can result in coins with unique characteristics that collectors are eager to add to their collections. In the case of the 2004 Jefferson nickel, one of the most notable errors to look out for is the doubled die variety. This occurs when the die used to strike the coin is misaligned, causing the details of the design to appear doubled. On the 2004 nickel, this doubling is most commonly seen in the word Liberty and the date 2004, making it easy for collectors to spot. Another important error to look out for on the 2004 Jefferson nickel is the clash die error. This occurs when the dies used to strike the coin accidentally come into contact with each other before the coin is struck, resulting in faint or sometimes more obvious impressions of the opposite die's design appearing on the coin. In the case of the 2004 nickel, the clash die can lead to some interesting and highly collectible variations of the coin. If you happen to find a 2004 Jefferson nickel with a clash die error, it can significantly increase the value of the coin. However, even if your 2004 Jefferson nickel doesn't have a minting error, its value can still rise dramatically based on its condition. As with all coins, the better the condition, the higher the value. Coins that have been well preserved, free from scratches, discoloration, and wear are much more valuable than those that have been in heavy circulation for years. If you have a 2004 Jefferson nickel that's in excellent condition, with sharp, clear details and little to no signs of wear, you could be holding onto a coin that's worth far more than 5 cents. What makes the 2004 Jefferson nickel particularly interesting to collectors is its connection to the new design series celebrating the Louisiana Purchase and the Lewis and Clark Expedition. These designs are viewed as an important part of American numismatic history, which makes the 2004 Jefferson nickel even more valuable to collectors who are passionate about the history behind the coin. Some 2004 Jefferson nickels, especially those with rare errors or in excellent condition, have been sold at auction for much higher amounts than what you'd expect from a regular coin SO. What's the potential value of a 2004 Jefferson nickel? While most of the coins from this year are still worth just 5 cents, rare varieties, particularly those with minting errors, can be worth much more. Coins that exhibit double die errors, clash dies, or are in near mint condition have been known to sell for thousands of dollars. It's not uncommon for a particularly rare or well-preserved 2004 Jefferson nickel to be worth a significant amount of money, sometimes fetching prices well beyond what most people would expect from a coin that's only a few decades old. In fact, certain 2004 Jefferson nickels have been known to fetch as much as $32,000. Yes, you read that correctly. A 5-cent coin can potentially be worth $32,000 if it has a rare minting error, is in outstanding condition, or is one of the more coveted varieties. If you're fortunate enough to find one of these rare coins, you could be looking at a return on your investment that far exceeds what you'd ever expect from a simple nickel. The next time you come across a 2004 Jefferson nickel, take a moment to carefully inspect it. Check for any signs of minting errors, like the double die or clash die, and pay close attention to its overall condition. Even the slightest flaw can impact the coin's value. So the more pristine and error-free the coin, the more valuable it becomes. Whether it's a rare minting error or just a well-preserved example of this historic coin, the 2004 Jefferson nickel has the potential to be a real treasure. In conclusion, while most people might overlook a 2004 Jefferson nickel as just another coin in their pocket, this particular coin has the potential to be worth far more than its 5-cent face value. Thanks to its association with the Lewis and Clark design series, the possibility of minting errors, and its overall condition, the 2004 Jefferson nickel can be a highly valuable coin for collectors. If you happen to find one of these rare coins, it could be worth as much as $32,000. So, the next time you check your change, don't be too quick to pass over that 2004 nickel. You might just have a hidden gem in your hands. Top 5. In the world of coin collecting, there are often coins that seem ordinary at first glance but hold incredible value for those who know what to look for. One such coin is the 2005 Jefferson nickel. For many, this might seem like just another 5-cent piece, but in reality, it's much more than that. The 2005 Jefferson nickel could be worth thousands of dollars to the right collector, and in some cases, it's been known to fetch astronomical sums. Today, we're going to explore why this particular coin is so special and what makes it so valuable. The Jefferson nickel has been part of American currency since 1938, featuring the portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, on the obverse side. On the reverse side, we see Monticello, Jefferson's beloved home in Virginia. This design has remained mostly unchanged for decades, until the year 2004, when the U.S. Mint began a series of redesigns to commemorate the Lewis and Clark expedition, which started with the 2004 Jefferson nickel. The 2005 version of the Jefferson nickel continues this theme, but it also features some unique elements that have made it stand out among collectors. What sets the 2005 Jefferson nickel apart from other coins is the presence of specific errors and unique features that are rare but highly sought after by coin collectors. One of the main reasons the 2005 Jefferson nickel is so valuable is the possibility of minting errors, which can occur during the production process. Minting errors can make a coin incredibly unique and highly collectible, and this is where the 2005 nickel truly shines. One of the most important and valuable errors found on the 2005 Jefferson nickel is the double die error. This occurs when the die used to strike the coin shifts slightly, resulting in a doubling of the image on the coin. This doubling is most commonly found on the lettering, such as the word Liberty or the date 2005. To the untrained eye, the error may be subtle, but for experienced collectors, it's easy to spot. A 2005 Jefferson nickel with a double die error is a rare find and can significantly increase the coin's value. In addition to the double die error, the 2005 Jefferson nickel is also known for another type of minting error called the clash die error. This happens when two dies used to strike the coin accidentally make contact with each other before the coin is struck. As a result, you'll see faint or sometimes more obvious images of the other die's design on the coin. This can add a layer of rarity and uniqueness to the coin, and like the double die error, it makes the 2005 Jefferson nickel even more valuable. Even if your 2005 Jefferson nickel doesn't have one of these minting errors, it still could be worth more than its face value. The value of any coin is significantly impacted by its condition, and the better the condition, the higher the value. Coins that have been well preserved, with minimal wear, no discoloration, and sharp details, are much more valuable than those that have been heavily circulated. If you have a 2005 nickel that's in near mint or mint condition, it could be worth much more than just 5 cents, regardless of whether it has a minting error. The 2005 Jefferson nickel is also part of a significant era in American coinage. It was produced during a time when the U.S. Mint was undergoing a major redesign initiative, which saw a shift in the designs of various coins. This makes the 2005 nickel a special piece for collectors who are focused on this period of change in American numismatic history. The coin also commemorates the 200th anniversary of the Lewis and Clark expedition, which is a key event in the history of the United States. Now, you might be wondering, just how much could a 2005 Jefferson nickel really be worth? While most of the 2005 nickels in circulation are worth, well, 5 cents, certain rare varieties and coins with minting errors can fetch much higher prices. A 2005 Jefferson nickel with a double die error, clash die, or a coin in exceptional condition has been known to sell for thousands of dollars. In fact, a particularly rare 2005 Jefferson nickel can be worth as much as $25,000. Yes, you heard that right. A 5-cent coin can potentially be worth $25,000 if it has the right errors or is in pristine condition. Imagine coming across a coin like that in your pocket change. That's the beauty of coin collecting. Finding one of these rare 2005 Jefferson nickels isn't something that happens every day, but it is possible. The key is knowing what to look for. Always check for any signs of minting errors, like the double die or clash die, and inspect the overall condition of the coin. Is it free from scratches, discoloration, or other signs of wear? If it is, you might just be holding a valuable collector's item in your hands, so next time you're going through your spare change, make sure to take a second look at any 2005 Jefferson nickels you come across. You never know. That seemingly ordinary 5-cent coin might be worth $25,000 if it has the right error or is in great condition. And even if you don't find a rare variety, just knowing what to look for can make you a more informed and excited collector. In conclusion, while the 2005 Jefferson nickel may seem like just another piece of pocket change, it has the potential to be worth far more than 5 cents. Thanks to minting errors, unique features, and its place in American numismatic history, the 2005 Jefferson nickel has become a highly sought-after coin among collectors. If you're lucky enough to find a rare variety or a well-preserved example of this coin, you could be sitting on a hidden treasure worth as much as $25,000. So, next time you check your change, remember that 2005 Jefferson nickel could be your ticket to something much, much more valuable than just 5 cents.